I literally just had to tell my husband, like, I'm going live. Don't say something stupid. And what does he does? Poo-too! He throws it out there. I'm glad that I waited to press done and, to start it because he's like, yeah, he's unique. Hey! So today I actually went to visit Anita at her Q laser center, and I got some laser treatment. And I was starting to think, and it's like, how many of us girls, especially girls, I'm gonna talk directly to girls, they're so sometimes ashamed to talk about what they go through. Hi, Paul. Thank you. They're ashamed from certain things, and they hide maybe what they go through because of what others will say. Hey, Krista. No one is freaking perfect. And you all know I always say that because no one is perfect and they all go through shit. So if you don't know, just to go back a little bit of my story, y'all know that I have some health challenges, right? And I have hypothyroidism and PCOS, but before that was found, I went through a lot of pains. My periods were a disaster. So painful. Sometimes I have them, sometimes I didn't. Sometimes it was just a couple of days. Sometimes it was like a week, 2. Cyst here and there. And I saw, I struggle a lot with my weight. No one knew what the hell was going on with me. And I've been dealing with that since I was very little, like just teenager. I was having a lot, like literally I just wanted to lay down in bed and put a heating pad or heating compress in my stomach and don't get out of there for like a couple of days because it was that painful. And it's like, you just want to sleep. If you have never had anything like that, people that have endometriosis, thank God I don't have that. It's even worse. But it's something that happens to a lot of women. Some don't even know they have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And some of the things that we have to deal with when we have that condition. First of all, what is PCOS? Most people don't even know exists or what it is. And one of the things that we deal with is that we have our male hormones, our testosterone is pretty high. Hey, Mindy. Our testosterone is pretty high. I had endometriosis and I had a surgery 2 years ago. It was horrible. Oh, Krista, it's terrible what you guys go through. I'm glad that you got it taken care of and that you're doing better because it's not easy. So, our male hormones are, you say hi? You can just say hi? Yeah. You say hi. This is Dashy Dash. Male hormones are high. There is a little fight with insulin and sugars in our bodies. We have a lot of aches and discomforts on our body. We're more propense to get cervical cancer, headaches, migraines, mood swings, because it's hormones, right? Hi, Anna. South Texas. Where in South Texas? It's let's just put it like this. It's something that a lot of women deal with, but they don't know why. And doctors sometimes don't even know to pinpoint it. Like, I was suffering for years of different things, and I could not understand why. until it was actually like I will get checked up yearly, and I will tell my doctors what I was going through. Brownsville. I am going to San Antonio, and then I'm heading down to Dallas in at the end of April. I'm excited. I'm gonna go celebrate my 41st birthday. So I and to try pillows. But I actually like I would tell my doctors like something is just not right, and they will do all these tests and whatnot, and everything will come in the range of like you're normal, and there was nothing that could do for me, right? Like they're like, it's kind of like, deal with it, you're a woman, you gotta handle whatever comes your ways, right? So I what day in April? My son is the 22nd. My birthday is actually the 30th. The last day of April. Awesome. You should totally come. Long drive, but yeah. So one day I was, I was struggling a lot with my weight as well. It was kind of like I looked at food and I gained weight. It didn't matter what I did. I will continue to gain weight. I was not losing weight. I have gone into this diet that it was given to me. I had someone that was helping me with my diet and with my training, and just kind of like trying to exercise a little bit. I was exercising 3 times a week. I was doing everything that I was asked for me to do, and nothing was helping me. Nothing was like happening. I kept gaining weight. I had a lot of inflammations on my body. I was swollen all the time. I was exhausted, tired, and I was young. I was in my early 20s, right? So I did not know what was going on with me. So one day, it wasn't really a doctor. Who is one amazing registered nurse. And by the way, like, a registered nurse told me something and I started listening even more. Not that every doctor is like that. There's lots of amazing doctors, but unfortunately, like, it was actually a registered nurse that really had a, one-to-one conversation with me one day. And she's like, everything on your blood test says you're healthy. Everything that, like even my bad cholesterol was like on point, like it was good. All my numbers, like, so what I was doing with my exercises and what I was doing with my diet was perfectly done. Like I was really healthy, but there was something that did not make sense. And when she had a talk with me, she's like, I know that you've gotten tests done, so whatever, but why don't you go and speak with a professional? And she actually recommended me to go to an endocrinologist. It was the best thing that could have happened to me because I finally got answers of the things that were happening to me. Stephanie, I understand. I have all those as well from things that have happened to me in the past. Oh, thank you, Anna. I appreciate it. So I went to an endocrinologist, and he finally was able to really pinpoint what was going on with me. He did this, a lot more tests. He did hormone tests. He also did thyroid tests, different levels of it. And on top of that, he did a ultrasound on my neck just to make sure that my glands were okay. And I am so grateful that he did that because my numbers were like for my thyroids. My thyroids, when they found that I have hypothyroidism, they found that I was in the normal range, but literally it was 1 point down from being on the high spectrum. But the doctors were only getting a thing saying like she's on the normal range because I was like right on the normal range. Just 1 point from the highest spectrum, okay, to be high. And when they did the ultrasound as well, they found that 2 of my glands were enlarged. And that definitely confirmed that even though my thyroid on my blood levels were on the normal range, right there on the corner, right? My glands were enlarged, meaning I had hypothyroidism. It was just not showing on a normal, blood test. They needed to be a little bit more deep into my health. What's going on with you? Or was it? How long did it take to figure out what's going on with you? Britt, I suffer from it for years, but when I went to actually see an endocrinologist, it was literally right there. It didn't took much at all to find what was really going on with me. Oh, girl, yes, Anne. Our bodies just go haywire with hypothyroidism. But then I also had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. What that means, when they did my tests, my male hormones were actually, let me go back. Testosterones, all women have testosterones in their body. All men has hormones in their body, right? But it's how high, right? And we're supposed to have, the normal range is about 20, right? I was at 61, higher than my female hormones, which it started to make a lot of sense of many different things, high sex drives and, my everything that was going on my body, my hair growth. PCOS make you gain weight too, right? Yes, Anne, it does. It does make you gain weight. I can't regulate, it's confused. Sometimes there's a little battle of your sugars and your insulins and things like that. That's one of the reasons why one of the treatments for PCOS is they give us metformin, which is normally given to people with diabetes. We are very propense to get diabetes if we do not have, we don't have it under control. So we have to make sure we have it under control. So they do give you metformin just because it's a good, they found it's a good treatment for it. I don't know the specifics of it. I just know that it's one of the main treatments that they give you for PCOS. But, it started to make sense because I literally, guys, I had just had laser treatment on my face because I was there was hair growing on my face, on my beard. I had to literally get all this all the way down, all the way down to my neck because I was growing hair. How horrible that is for a woman, right? I already knew I was having to shave all the time. If I wanted to go in the morning, I will, shave my underarms, my legs. And then if I wanted to do something at night, I had to do it all over again. And I had to shave my face. And I was in my 20s, y'all. That is one of the most horrible things because you're young and you want to look good and you want to feel good. And then you're growing hair like a man, right? and it's not even thin hair. It's thick. So I spent, I don't know how, it was I don't even know how much I spent. Almost $1,000 on treatment to do my entire beard side of, my face and to get rid of all the hair that I was growing. It was 6 or 8 treatments that I got done. And this was back, I don't know, 2008 when I got it done. And about 5 years ago, I started to notice that a little bit was starting to come back on my shin area and a couple of places here and there or whatnot. And I've been putting it off and off and off just to get it done. I have thought about doing my underarm because I am so freaking tired. Like it's always gray. And if you're a girl, you know what I'm talking about. It's like it's always gray in there because I always have hair, and I can probably shave 2-3 times a day underneath my armpits if I wanted it really smooth the entire time. And I know that this is a very uncomfortable talk for a lot of women, but women needs to know you're not alone. You are not alone. There's a lot of people that deal with things like this. My legs, I shave them, and I could shave them again that same day. Or, I normally wait another day before I have to change it again. Hey, Tiffany. Am I gonna see you next month? Please tell me yes. Are you gonna go? I need my girls. So I know that, it is very, it's very taboo. Most people, yes, Tiffany, yes. Birthday week. Oh, we're gonna have fun. Okay. Yes. When is your birthday? Mine is the 30th. When is yours? So I actually, I've always been ashamed a little bit on the 26th. Well, we definitely got to celebrate, girl. We are celebrating. Whoop, whoop. So I'm going, yes, Debbie, awesome. So I've always been ashamed and kind of hide it because I feel very subconscious of, my hair growing, in my face, which is something that I have to, we always know that we have it on our armpits and we have it on our legs, and sometimes I just let it grow a little bit more, and I just use, like today, just, I can tell you when I shave, I'm using long, leggings, very, very comfy leggings that, by the way, these comfy leggings, they're size small, and they're literally this is small, y'all, this is small. So I'm super happy about it. And it's hard for a girl. I'm sorry, it's hard for a girl. Actually, it was hard for DJ when he first saw me for the first time shaving my face. He's never seen it before. He's like, what? It was so hot. It was so hot seeing me shave my face. I couldn't fit in there. Girl, come on! Oh, yes, you could. Stop it. And he would be like, oh God, that's weird, right? But he had to get used to it because after years of being together, finally things started to grow again, and I had to get it done. So today, this week, I finally decided that I'm gonna get treatment again. I just got my first treatment, which there is hair there. I can't shave it or take it out right now because, when they sap it, it kind of comes out. And you're not supposed to be touching it or whatnot. I hear ya, girl. I had to, get it, I love your husband. He's a trip. So I had, it's right there and you can see it. It's all sapped, so it's kind of like burnt hair. The smell is terrible, by the way. If you ever get it done, if you've never gotten it done, it's like burn hair. But it has to come out by itself. It has to, your skin and eventually just kind of push it out because it's dead, right? And you need, depending on, how much you have and stuff like that, you need multiple treatments. Which, I already paid for my first 3 treatments, and hopefully on those 3 treatments I can get it done because mine is just kind of like a follow-up, things that have grown. I used to have it everywhere. I don't know if you were at the beginning of of the life, but I literally had like a beard, like it was growing everywhere. But Anita was amazing. She actually uses, and this is, I've never had anyone done it. It doesn't hurt when you get the treatment. Kayla, you know, it doesn't hurt, but you can feel the sap. But Anita actually used ice, which I have never used ice when I get laser. And I've had laser down there. And by the way, that hurts. Yo, girls, if you have laser down there, it hurts. I still need more treatment because TMI, like it has patches. I have to go back to get more done. But after like 6 treatment, I was like, I need a break because that hurts. So eventually I go back to it. My husband is like, sometimes like, you need to shake because it looks weird. And he's like, but no one sees that, right? Only, you know, it's like, no one sees that. So I don't have to keep it. But I wish I would have known about using ice to kind of numb a little bit that area and then get sapped. Because when that gets really close to the middle, wow! The sap gets in it. Yeah, it wakes you up, that's for sure. But Anita actually used ice in the area that she was actually sapping, you know, the food and the laser. And I didn't feel anything. It was fantastic. It's the first time. I wish every person that does that will use ice. Why did I think of that? Why no one's thinking of that? So if you get these things done, tell them, did you use ice? Or maybe just bring ice with you and just put it on the area. Because it was the best thing ever. Like, I did not feel, we were just talking, having a good conversation while she was sapping away. So she went above and beyond, which I loved it. But I tell you the truth, it's like, yo, don't be ashamed of the things that you go through, because there's a lot of women. You will be surprised of how many women deal with things that kind of get them like, oh, I don't want people to see me. Like, you know, like when I am about to get on my period, I always get a little, you know, thing, right? And it's like, I always do. Like, I have that one. I'm about to get on my period because it's always at the beginning of the month. And it's like, so what? I am a woman, and it happens to men as well. Men have their things that they're like, oh, I don't feel comfortable with it. Y'all, like, there's a lot of treatments out there that can be done to make you feel a little bit more comfortable of the things that you're going through. And it's like, yes, you have to spend a little bit of money for that. Yeah, you do, but it is worth it, you know? And it's like, there's certain things that, you know, sometimes we have to invest a little bit in ourselves. Just like our nutrition, you know, and it's like you have to take care of you and feel comfortable with the things that you do, and don't be ashamed. Share your story, share what you're going through. It's the same thing with PTSD and, you know, mental health. There's such a freaking taboo about it, and it's like so many of us deal with anxiety and depression, you know, PTSD and things like that. And it's like, but if you are able to succeed and control certain things and be happier and achieve goals, why not giving that inspiration to others going through the same thing and not being ashamed of what they're going through every single day? You know, you are beautiful no matter what size you are or what you're going through. We all go through things. Sometimes we just have, you know, like sometimes we have that little bit of extra things that we can do. Sometimes we don't. I didn't for many years. And then whenever I could, I will take care of myself and I'll go back and forward. Do what you can to make you feel happy and comfortable, and share it with the world. If you're succeeding at it, share it with the world, because you never know who's going to listen to you and become stronger mentally, because it's literally something that we deal mentally. No one else is looking at you. No one else is seeing that. I know people that have never even noticed that I grow hair on my chin, because they don't look at that. I see it every day. It's something that, you know, like, I'm like, ugh, like, I hate it. But it's something that I deal with. There's a lot of people that deal with this as well. And with my health challenges, I learned throughout my journey, if you have hypothyroidism and you have polycystic ovarian syndrome like myself, just know, read about it, because there are natural ways to help you with it. When I used to take my medicines, my Centroid and my metformin, I always felt yuck. Yes, sometimes it's so out of control, you're gonna need the help of those medicines, because it does help you control it a little bit more. And it is dangerous if you let it go by itself. So you need to have at least some type of treatment. I have met a couple of customers actually that are going through, that have the same conditions that I do, and that they are seeing a neuropathy. And hopefully I'm saying that right. Correct me if I'm not. And there is natural ways, to help that. A lot of nutrition can help. Things that we eat, like actual food, whole foods that we eat, that will help you control certain things. If you put more of that in your body, there is a way to take care of you in a more natural way. Sometimes it is not possible for a while until you get it under control. I can tell you that when I went through it, I was in those medicines for many, many, many years. And eventually I started feeling sick of those medicine. And every time they changed it or put it higher and whatnot, I felt even sicker. My stomach, my stomach was a mess. Like I would not go to the bathroom 4 or 5 days in a row, which is terrible. I also had a lot of nauseous, and I felt very tired, and I was not good. I was health-wise, I was not good. I had a lot of inflammation on my body still, even though I was taking medication. I think it made it worse. And when I started taking myself away from it, I remember my doctor had lowered the treatment because I was getting healthier in a more natural way. And she's like, okay, well, let's lower it down, because you don't have like your levels have changed, because I have to get checked, yearly. And I have, gone back, and she lowered it down. And then 3 months later, I needed to get checked again, because every time that you change your medicine, you have to go back again. I went back, and I told her, I don't feel good with this product, with this medicine. I'm just gonna step back for a few more months and see how I do without it, and just taking care of it in a more natural way. Immediately, she said, it is dangerous what you have. You will be doing this against a medical advice. I have to have it in record that you are denying medical help. Fine. I'm okay with that, because I had already, before I went back and spoken with her, I had already stopped taking the medication a few days and just doing my natural stuff, and I was feeling fantastic. So I went ahead, and that was my own journey to find another way. Just curious, have you had your daughter tested for hypothyroidism? My oldest daughter have, and she's good. My little one, I haven't had any issues with it, so we have not gotten tested her for that, no. But my oldest daughter have had been checked by many things, because we know the conditions. And after I was diagnosed, I told my entire family, because I didn't know anyone in my family that have had it. And actually my father has it. And I found out a grand aunt died of cancer in her thyroid. She had hypothyroidism as well. So it was something that I did not know until later on in life. But now I'm more cautious about it, and I keep an eye on the things that I see on my children. I went back to the doctor. It had been 6 months, and it took me a little bit longer to get back to her, because I was feeling so good. And I went and I got my test done again. And when she saw me, she just saw me. She's like, you look so good. She's like, your skin looks good. You've lost so much weight. Your hair looks luxurious. I mean, like, you're a different person. And she goes ahead and does all the tests that she normally does. And she was so surprised that my numbers have been better than it have ever been, even when I was on medication, which I was supposed to control it. So just know, don't stop finding what it works for you. Is medication is helping you, continue to take it. Continue to take that medication if it's helping you. But if you still feel that you can do more for you, for your health, look around alternatives that might be able to take you to that next level of, of your health. And just understand that a lot of the things that we deal with daily, nutrition is a big part of it. Staying active, even when we are, don't feel like we want to get out of bed or want to get out of the couch. Maybe you're feeling down, depressed, unhappy, or whatever. Go out for a little walk, 20 minutes, 10 minutes of fresh air, little walk in nature or just outside in your neighborhood. It can really, really, does so much for our mind and our health. You will be surprised. Just try to do it once or twice a day. And I want you to do this. If you have not done that for a while and you start doing it, can you tell me how you feel afterwards? Can you tell me what your mental health it is at that time after you do it? Because I'm telling you, for me, it has helped tremendously. When I need that break, I need to get out and get that fresh air, and it helped me a lot. So, Christina, yes, I'll definitely help you. Just I'll send you a message or send me a message through Facebook, and I will help you out. Okay. So I'm gonna get off of here. I know I took a little bit longer than I wanted to. Thank you for everyone that stayed on. Let me know where you logged on from, and what are you dealing with that might be able to help others. If you have find ways to help yourself, what is it that it has helped you be healthier and get your life back? And don't stop sharing what your journey in life has gone through, because you don't know, it could be that 16-year-old going through something, 18-year-old going through something, and no one knows what to tell them. It could be just a mom that doesn't understand what their body just changed, like all of a sudden things just change and they don't know what to do. And it's like, there's so many things that happen. The older we get, things just started to pop up. Sometimes we get allergic to things. Sometimes we, it's like our body just crazy sometimes. So, helping scaling down on social media has helped my depression. Joanna, I hear ya. It's funny because some people think that I'm all the time on social media, which I'm not. I kind of sometimes just come in, I post something real quick, and I leave. I try to stay away from it. I have tried to stay away from TV, reading more, being surrounded by people that are uplifting and happy, and that they want the best for me. Just that energy of well-being and happiness and truth. It just helped tremendously to stay away from negative people. It's not about being closed off to the world or to them. It's just I have to protect myself from the things that I know that are triggers, and there's a lot of triggers out there for many of us. So do what works for you, and if social media is one of those, stay away. Go in. I stay in connected. This, because I have a network, business, and I love networking with people. But I try to stay away from posts and things like that. And when I see things that I don't like, that the person is always very negative posting, not all the time I remove them from friends, but sometimes I just unfollow them, so I don't need to see their post. because they're very negative, and then I try to bring some positivity in it. I am a grandmother. Yes. You look like you are in the beginning. Oh, Christina, thank you. You know, I was a young mom. I got pregnant when I was 15, and I had my daughter that is now 24 when I was 16. I'm about to be 41 next month. And got 2 grandbabies from her, and it was a blessing because my doctor, after they found what I had, actually told me, it's like, it's good that you actually had children very early, because you probably will not have children again. And to have our baby girl, it took years, and it took also, we even went to fertility treatment, and that didn't work, and I had to give up on that, and God one day blessed me with a beautiful daughter. So okay, I'm gonna head out. I love you all. If you need me, I'm here. You can always message me. Just remember, I am in a different time zone than most people. I live in Hawaii. I am 6 hours away from the East Coast. If I don't answer right away, please just know that, you know, sometimes my daughter is in my phone, or sometimes it's just very early in the morning, and you know, we're getting ready or we're still asleep, but I always answer my messages. So just be patient with me, because I am in a different time zone, so it's just me. I love y'all. Thank you for your time. Be happy, okay? Find that way. I know you can do it.